All right, welcome back to part 37, I think. So let me have a look. So yes, part 37. All right. So in this tutorial, we're going to fix up these surfaces here. So we're going to attach this body to the surface, to the body of the car actually. We might not make it into a solid body, these surfaces for now, but we're just going to attach it, right? So in the last tutorial we left off right over here, and then we're gonna pick it up from here and continue. Okay, so let's get to it. So let's first create this first front piece here. So let's go to surfaces and let's go to boundary surface, and with selection manager here, let's select this sketch here, the small one in the front, and this here, and press OK. And then with the selection manager, we're gonna select this one here, press OK. Okay, and we're just gonna pull back these lines to about here, and this one as well. And we're gonna do something different here, so we can eliminate Solidworks limitations. So let's jump in here quickly, and let's flip these connectors actually. So flip connectors, there you go. So that's what we want, and we want to make these lines straight. So the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna drag them around until it's a straight line. So as long as there's a break in the line, it's not straight, obviously. So we're just gonna pull it until it's straight. So you see, as you can see, you've got 1, 2, and 3 breaks in it, so it's not straight yet. There's 1 break now, so let's make that straight this way. If you zoom in a little bit more, and that's the 1 break we want to get rid of. Just the 1 break, just to. There's still 1 break in that line, and I don't think that will be issues. All right, so we're gonna leave that as is and press OK. We're just gonna have a look at the surface. Okay, so the surface looks good. However, I want to come back in here and edit this feature, and I want to see if I can add some tangency from here. Oh, I doubt it. Not direction to vector, tangency to face, and let's reverse that. And obviously, if you do that, it will create some ripple effect. Okay, so let's get rid of that none, and let's try to add the tangency here, which we cannot. Or we could probably add a direction to vector, but let's just leave it like that. Okay, and the next surface is going to be so the next surface is going to be from here to here. So let's go to boundary surface and then selection manager. Let's select this line here, press OK, and then selection manager, of course, this line, and press OK. And we're just gonna pull that point all the way around, back around, like that. and we want to touch that edge until we see the black dot. So let's get to the top of that surface here. Okay, so we're gonna go with something like that. And for direction 2, let's select this line. And then let's select this edge. Hopefully we'll be able to select it. We actually are, which is good. And press OK. Okay, so that created that beautiful surface right there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mirror this surface over to the other side. So let's go to Features, Mirror, and then let's select the front plane as the mirror plane. So front plane, and of course bodies to mirror as always. So let's zoom in here and let's select this surface here. Press OK. Alright. So this surface is not done. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now let's hide let's not hide anything. We can hide the lower sketch here. So let's hide the lower sketch. Okay, and we're gonna leave that, and let's hide this direction as well. Directional curvature. Okay. And then we just wanna close this surface up over here. So let's go to Sketch, 3D Sketch, and the first thing I wanna do is I want to grab a 3D sketch and just drop it onto this line, this edge here. And I want to grab that point and pull that point until it stops right on that end. And pull that until it stops on that end of that surface. Press OK. And now we're going to jump to surface here. And let's create a filled surface from these sketches. So filled surface, automatically selected that one, and let's just select these edges here. Yeah. So we're gonna have to hide this one here. Okay. And then we're gonna create a brand new 3D sketch. 3D spline from this point to this point here. Okay, and then hopefully now it will give us the nice fill surface that we're looking for. So let's go to surfaces, fill surface, and let's select these edges here. That's it, that's the surface we're looking for. That's a nice surface. So let's go to knit surface and knit these two together. All right. So if you want to make a solid, obviously we're gonna have to create another surface on the lower section, which we will probably. But for now, we just leave it like that. I think it's pretty good. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we're gonna create the next surface coming from here to here. For that, we're gonna have to create a direction of vector. So we're gonna go to and grab a 3D sketch. And we're gonna grab a center line and then just drop that center line right over here and on that edge, right? And then exit this one here and click somewhere in empty space. Let's grab that surface, this boundary surface, and with the selection manager, we're gonna select this line here. Press OK. And again, selection manager, this sketch here, and press OK. And we're just gonna jump to the side view here for a second, and we're just going to set our parameters here. I want to make that straight in that direction, and I want to pull this up to about here like that. Well, let's do a control Z to mess something up over here. Control Z, we'll do that. So clear selection. So let's do that one more time. To be honest with you, we can hide these lines here. So let's hide these lines. Hide. All right. And all we need is this directional vector over here. All right, so let's go and grab the boundary surface again and selection manager, and let's select this sketch here, not sketch, but the projected curvature. And again, selection manager, and then select this edge here. Press OK. And now just let's grab that point and pull it in like that. And we're just gonna look at from the side. How does it look? Make it somewhat straight. Okay, that's good. And now we're gonna use our direction of vector line here. So let's put this down here, and we're gonna select here direction to vector, and our vector line is going to be this one here. And we're just gonna pull that a little bit in like that. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. And then again, we're just going to go to features and then mirror, and we're going to mirror this first surface over to the other side. So let's select the front plane for as a mirror plane, and then for the body is this small surface over here. Okay, so that created that surface there. And of course, all we have to do now is we're gonna have to connect these 2 points here, so we can create a fill surface here. So let's go to sketch, and then 3D sketch, and let's grab the spline, and we want to go from this point here, this very end point here, to this point here. Let's go Control Z because we didn't snap to that very well. So let's grab that spline again. So let's just clip on these edges here, and we're just gonna pull these points up until it stops. That's it. Exit this one. And we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. So 3D sketch. So I'm gonna see you back once I created these on the lower section and on the other side as well. So see you back when I've done that. Alright, so I've done the same thing on both sides here, and then we can knit them together. So let's select these faces here. And again, to create it, to turn it into a solid body, we need to create a surface underneath it and then create a solid. Okay, so that's done as well. All right. I want to save the project here. Okay, and now let's jump to the back here. And on this rear section, we're gonna do the same thing. So first, I want to create a direction of vector. So let's go to 3D sketch and let's grab that center line and let's drop that center line right on the edge of that thing, edge of that sketch, and then exit this one here. Just clicking empty space. Let's go to surfaces and boundary surface, and then with the selection manager, let's select this edge here. Well, not that one. We want to select this one here. So boundary surface, selection manager, and let's select the actual edge. That's okay. And then selection manager and this sketch here. And let's flip these connectors here. Okay. And for this side, we're gonna select direction to vector, and our vector line is going to be this one here. Of course, we're gonna pull that back a little bit. So that's the direction of vector point, and we're just gonna pull that a little bit in, something like that. That looks good. Okay, and then we're just gonna mirror this over to the other side. So let's select the front plane. Front plane, what is the mirror, is going to be the surface here. All right. So once that's done, all we're gonna do now is we're gonna connect with the same thing with the 3D sketch, these ends here and this edge here and on this side as well, and we're going to create a fill surface on both sides just like we did in the middle section. So I'm going to see you back when that's done. All right, so guys, once you've done these surfaces here, I already done that. So you can knit them together, which I already did. So we're done with these surfaces here. So let's save the project here. Okay, that's good. And then let's hide these lines here now. So let's go to these lines. Okay, so that looks very good. And I want to save that one more time. So when next time I open it, the lines will not show up. All right, so now all we have to do is we're gonna have to create some fixtures, a fixture from this body to the spoiler here, and then we're going to create a fixture for this wing spoiler to this spoiler. So first, let's create the centerpiece here. And before I do that, I wanna take a section view here. Okay, so let's once I add the section view here, now we can see a lot better what we need to work with. So I'm going to create a fixture that connecting onto this surface here. So to do that, what I'm planning to do is probably create a sketch on this surface here first. So, or a plane probably would be better. But first, let's create a sketch on here. And then let's get into view from the top view, of course. And we want to add it somewhere here underneath that. So we're going to remember that. So actually I want to get it somewhere here, just after that. Okay, so let's grab a circle and drop the circle somewhere here. So instead of a circle, let's try and grab a center rectangle right in the center. Somewhere here. And then let's go to features and extrude the sketch to there. Maybe we can make this a little bit smaller. Something like that. Or we can make this maybe this sketch a little bit longer. Something like that all the way. Just to make it a little bit easy for ourselves. And we're gonna extrude up to surface and up to the surface here. Okay, and once we've done that, let's make a sketch on this face here. And let's get into view from this side. And we're gonna make some great sketch here. So let's grab a line here and go from here to here and go all the way down like that, and something all the way down like here and straight out to about here, and just connect this point together. Let's go to features and cut extrude, and we're gonna cut all the way through on that. Okay, and then again let's make another sketch on this face. No motor profile, and let's grab that other line, and we want to follow this edge here, so let's grab that line from here and let's come in all the way into here and come out to about here and make it aggressive to make it to about here. Come out in a straight line out to here and connect that point. And let's go to features and cut extrude all the way through. Okay, so that's that. And again, I want to create one more sketch on this face. I want to take out some more material from that. So let's grab another line here, and let's grab that edge here and go to somewhere about here. Down to here. And we're gonna cut out like that. Go all the way up to here and connect that point. And let's go to features and cut extrude all the way through. Press OK. Alright, so we're looking good on that. So all we're gonna do now is we're going to add some fillets in these corners. So let's go to fillet, add one right here. Let's try one. So let's try one here. Press OK. Alright. And then maybe I'm not happy with that, so let's Control Z. So right, so what I want to do here is let's try and add our fillets on these sides here. That's obviously that's not gonna work like that. So instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it as is. And that completes that fixture right there. And of course it can have some screws here, and later we can work on it a little bit more. So that fixes that onto that body there with probably some screws, of course. Alright, so the only thing left to do is create our fixtures between these two surfaces here. Okay, so to do that, first we're gonna have to create a plane off of here. So let's bring up actually we're gonna do that in the next tutorial. All right, so thanks very much for staying with me in this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we're gonna create the fixture here and then the other cutout here on these sides here, and then we're gonna be able to get onto the wheels. So I can't wait for that, and looking forward to that as well. And then in this design the wheels are going to be separate, and they're going to be spinning in the front and also turning as well. All right, so thanks very much, and see you in the next one. Bye.